Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Fantasy Cup and let's see if we can get some wins. We're going to be using the Azumarill paired with the Shadow Sandslash and the Shadow Alolan Dugtrio. We got the mirror matchup here, so we're just going to stay in for now. They are going to throw the move first. Play rough does get used and we're going to fire off our own play rough after theirs. So initially, we have the advantage because we have double steal in the back, but we'll see how we play this out. We're going to tank another play rough. We are going to throw another play rough here. And decision time. Are we going to catch a move or are we going to let this play out? So we decide to fire off the play rough here. This player will get the shield or is going to get the KO. We do win the lead. And we see the Ferrothorn in the back. We're going to switch out immediately into the Dugtrio. Our opponent does fire off a move. And we're going to have to shield here or let this go. We decide to shield it up. And we see the Turtonator in the back. Wow. Turtonator is going to be a little bit difficult to deal with. But our Dugtrio has chunked away at the health of the Turtonator. The Turtonator does throw an overheat and it debuffs their attack, and that's just going to make it way harder for them to take out our Azumarill now. We're going to fire off an Ice Beam here. It does grab that last shield, and looks like we're just going to fire off fast moves that we do get the farm down. That's exactly what we wanted. We have the advantage now. This Sandslash should survive any one move, and there we go. We are going to be able to survive that Power Whip easily. We're going to fire off our own drill run here, and that's the KO. So GG's to our opponents. Luckily, the Turtonator did not get into our backline without taking huge damage first, so we were able to wiggle out of that situation. All right, next game, we got the Azumarill versus the Melmetal. Whoa, interesting here. We haven't seen this really. We're going to switch out into the Dugtrio. We chunk away at the Melmetal, and then we see the Turtonator come back in. We're going to fire off this Mud Bomb. They'd let it go. Okay, interesting. Surely they're not going to come back in with the Melmetal, right? Okay, so Flygon comes back in here, and now we're going to have a decision. Where do we want the Melmetal to be stacked on? Okay, we have the super effective damage from this Sandslash, so that's why we decided to go into it versus this Flygon, and now we have two shields with energy, and we should be fine here. But it looks like our opponent has quit, realizing they probably were not going to win that game anymore. So GG's to our opponent. Able to wiggle out of that interesting Melmetal lead. After the lead, we never really saw it again. All right, we got the Azumarill versus the Flygon. All right, we got the typing advantage. We definitely don't want to see this in the back, so we're just gonna continue applying pressure here. Gonna tank the first move. Scorching Sand does get used. Interesting. So we are running Ice Beam play rough with our Azumarill here, so this is gonna be way more favorable. These Ice Beams are gonna be able to be spanned way faster as opposed to play rough Hydro Pump. They switch out trying to catch a move on with their Sandslash. They do have the energy advantage. We're going to have to shield here or let this go. We decided to shield it up, and we're looking for the farm down. So we get the huge farm down. We have a ton of energy on our Dugtrio. They're going to come back in here with the Flygon. We're going to fire off this Mud Bomb. This is going to get the shield or it's going to get the KO, not the race. Okay, they are able to snipe our energy. Nice play by them. We're going to go into the Sandslash immediately, but they counter swap into the Weezing, and we're going to be able to reach this Drill Run before they get to a potential overheat. Drill Run does go through. Let's see if they end up using overheat. Yep, there's the overheat, takes us out, but we are going to be able to farm down, and we come up with a move. This Flygon will have to tank this Ice Beam, and down goes the Flygon. So GG's to our opponent. Pretty solid game by us. We had great matchups in the front. All right, next game, we got the Azumarill versus the Flygon. Okay, positive matchup. Let's see if our opponent ends up trying to catch a move or if we are gonna survive these. Okay, we're going to go for this Ice Beam here. This Ice Beam will get a shield. They have so much energy, I doubt they want to let that go. We're going to tank this move. Scorching Sand does not get the debuff, so we're going to shield this next one so that we have more control of the situation. Gonna fire off this Ice Beam here. This is gonna get the shield, or is gonna get the KO. Oh, nice catch by our opponent. So we're gonna have to just keep on firing these drill runs at this point. Drill run towards this Azumarill probably needs 2 more drill runs. They're gonna go for the Hydro Pump. Never mind. We are gonna get taken out easily. Now it's a race. Who can get to their move first? Looks like our opponent does throw the Hydro Pump. That is an interesting moveset. Are they running Ice Beam, Hydro Pump? Now we see the Skarmory. Skarmory is going to be resisting all of these moves. The Skarmory here does elect to throw a move, and we're going to show this one here so that we can reach another move here. This is going to put the pressure on our opponent. They're going to shield here or let this go. They decided to just let it go. And then we're going to get this last shield here against this Azumarill. They're looking for the farm down. They counter swap into the Flygon to catch a move. So nice catch by them. We throw the Ice Beam, and unfortunately we just do not have enough energy or Pokemon left. So well played by our opponent. Them catching onto their Azumarill was the key there. Unfortunately, I guess we could have farmed up a little bit more when we saw the Azumarill come in. So, guess we can improve on that. Okay, we got the Excadrill here. That's a solid lead. They switch out into their Weezing, and we're going to our Dugtrio here. We're going to shield once and just farm down. Doesn't matter what they throw because we're going to have to take the energy advantage. Even if they had thrown a bait, it's still safer to just shield there. Okay, we see the Excadrill come back in, but we already have a move, so this is going to get the shield. Yep, and then we're going to come in with our Azumarill here, and we know that we can tank 1. Let's see if we're going to be able to tank 2. Scorching Sand does get used. Interesting moveset there. So we have the Sandslash versus the Ferrothorn. This is a positive matchup for us. They're going to go for the Mirror Shot, trying to get the debuff on the attack. We avoid the debuff, and now we're just going to be spamming a bunch of drill runs. Our opponent here is going to have to tank this drill run because they have no more shields. We're going to tank this next move. Power Whip is resisted, but it does a big chunk of damage, and now we're just going to go into our Azumarill, farm it down, and now we have energy for an Ice Beam. They decide to throw their move, and we're just going to let this go. Ends up only being the Mirror Shot anyway, so it doesn't matter. They were not going to be able to win this backline, and down goes the Ferrothorn. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with our backline. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.